Imagine this. You're sitting quietly in a room trying to focus, and suddenly your mind drags you everywhere. Thoughts of yesterday, worries of tomorrow, memories you didn't even want. And no matter how much you try, the more you push these thoughts away, the stronger they come back. Does that sound familiar? Today I want to share with you a story, a Zen story so powerful it has been told for centuries, about how to take control of your mind, how to stop being a prisoner of your own thoughts, and how to use meditation not as an escape, but as a tool for freedom. Long ago, in a quiet village at the foot of misty mountains, a troubled man walked into the presence of a wise Zen master. The man bowed deeply and said, "Master, my mind is restless. Thoughts chase me like shadows. I want peace. I want clarity. Please give me a mantra, something magical that will silence this noise inside my head." The master looked at him calmly, his eyes like still water. "My son," he said, "peace comes from practice. Sit each day, close your eyes, breathe, and meditate. Slowly, slowly, the storm of your mind will settle." But the man shook his head. "No, master. Meditation doesn't work for me. Whenever I try, the thoughts get even louder. They attack me. I feel more restless than before. Please don't tell me to meditate. Give me a shortcut. Give me a mantra." The master smiled because he knew the mind of this man was impatient, like a child demanding sweets before dinner. So finally the master leaned closer and whispered in the man's ear, "All right, I will give you a mantra. Chant this every day in silence. But remember one thing. As you chant, do not think of a monkey. If you think of a monkey, the mantra will not work." The man blinked. "A monkey? Why would I think of a monkey?" "Don't worry, master. I've never thought of monkeys in my life." He bowed gratefully and left with excitement. That evening he sat alone in his room, lit a candle, closed his eyes, and began to chant the mantra. And then it happened. A monkey appeared in his mind, a small, cheeky monkey swinging from tree branches. He shook his head. "No, no, don't think of monkeys." But the more he resisted, the stronger the monkeys came. Soon there were not one, but a whole troop of monkeys jumping, laughing, climbing in his imagination. He tried again. He covered his ears. He focused harder on the mantra. But the harder he tried to not think of monkeys, the louder they became. By midnight, he was seeing monkeys in the shadows of his room, in the patterns of his walls, even in the faces of his family members. By dawn, he was exhausted. His mind was a circus. He ran back to the master, trembling. "Master, what did you do to me? Before yesterday, I never thought of monkeys. Now I cannot stop thinking of them for even a single second. Please free me from this madness." The master looked at him with compassion and said softly, "My friend, I gave you no curse. I only gave you a mirror. This is the nature of the mind. The more you fight it, the more it fights back. The more you suppress a thought, the more it grows." The master continued, "Your mind is like a wild monkey, always jumping from one branch of thought to another. If you try to chain it, it becomes more violent. If you try to silence it by force, it screams louder. But if you simply watch it, if you let the monkey jump without resistance, eventually it will grow tired and sit down quietly." This is the essence of meditation. Meditation is not about stopping thoughts. It is about watching them, about creating distance between you and the noise in your head. Think about it. On average, a human mind produces between 36,000 and 80,000 thoughts per day. Do you really think you can fight them all? Impossible. The harder you try to push thoughts away, the more energy you give them. Instead, imagine yourself sitting on a riverbank. Thoughts are like leaves floating downstream. Some are bright, some are dark, some are heavy. But you don't need to jump into the river and chase them. Just watch. And slowly the river clears. Now let's pause the story and reflect. Isn't this exactly what happens in our own lives? When you try to stop worrying, the worries get bigger. When you try to forget your pain, the pain becomes sharper. When you try to force yourself to be calm, the storm grows louder. This is because resistance feeds energy. Think of a spring. The more you press it down, the more forcefully it bounces back. The mind works the same way. Suppress it and it will erupt with more strength. So what can we do instead? Here is the master's teaching in practical steps. 1. Don't fight your mind. Watch it. Sit down, breathe deeply, and simply observe. Do not judge. Do not resist. Just watch. 2. Name the monkey. When a thought comes, label it gently. This is worry. This is fear. This is anger. By naming it, you separate yourself from it. 3. Return to your breath. Thoughts will come and go, but the breath is always here. Every inhale, every exhale is your anchor. 4. Allow the garbage to rise. At first, when you meditate, you may feel more thoughts than ever. That's because old memories, old impressions are surfacing, just like dust rises when you clean a room. Don't be afraid. This is cleansing. 5. Stay patient. Over time, the monkey mind grows calmer. Thoughts slow down. Silence appears. And in that silence, you find clarity, strength, and inner peace. The Zen master's teaching is not just about meditation. It is about life itself. In relationships, the more you try to control people, the more they resist. In success, the more you chase results desperately, the more they slip away. In inner peace, the more you demand calm, the more restless you feel. But when you let go, when you relax and flow with awareness, everything falls into place. The man in the story finally understood. Peace does not come from fighting the mind. It comes from befriending it, watching it, and gently guiding it like a parent guiding a child. So, my friend, ask yourself, are you fighting your mind every day, or are you learning to watch it? Remember, the mind is not your enemy. It is your greatest tool, but only if you learn how to use it. Through meditation, awareness, and patience, you can turn your restless monkey into a calm, powerful ally. Because when you control your mind, you control your life. If this story touched your heart, take a moment to breathe deeply right now. Smile at your thoughts. Let them come. Let them go. And if you want to continue walking this path of wisdom, clarity, and strength, join me here. Subscribe to the channel, share this story with someone who needs it, and let's walk together on the path of mindfulness and inner peace. Your life is too precious to be wasted in noise. Guard it, guide it, and most of all, learn to sit silently with it, because that silence is where you discover your true power.